All right, you guys. I'm just going to speak from here.
All right, hold on one second.
Two of my favorite
Hold on.
pals. Oh, yeah.
Test.
It's a very intimate setting, so, oh my gosh, you can hear me from here. So, welcome again to Leicas and Scotch here at Edition 1. It is my pleasure to have these two men speaking to each other. We met in Los Angeles all together, and of course I've known Andy since I was a little kid, and it is a real honor to have you here. Thank you for coming, being here.
It is a pleasure to be here.
And bathrooms back behind the red curtain, water over in the corner. I'm going to turn on the AC because it is getting a little warm in here, and I'll let you guys take it away.
Thanks.
All right.
And as usual, thank you for letting us do this here.
Pleasure.
And thank you, Chris, for helping get all this working. So, Andy Romanoff, I'm going to do a little bitty intro. Biker, bad boy, street rat, mechanic, captain, photographer, cinematographer, filmmaker, technician, entrepreneur, executive,
Pick any three.
husband, father, witness, artist, storyteller, author. And my friend, nice to have you here. So first of all, what caught you? How did you start making photographs?
I started making photographs when I was 12 years old, maybe, in Chicago. I picked up a box brownie camera and, took pictures and they came out. Because how could you go wrong with a box brownie? and something grabbed me. Who knows what it was. I was not particularly in touch with who I was. I just knew that I started to make pictures. And it took years before I discovered that the pictures I made fell more in the canon of fine art, or maybe not fine art, but street photos and life photos rather than the kind of snapshots. I wasn't dividing it at all. That's what pulled me, was I wanted to see what it would look like if I made a picture of those railroad tracks or that, that assemblage of people or whatever.
I think today we're going to talk about, making pictures, but I think today is a lot about archive. I think a lot about, at this age, a lot of us have amassed like these baskets of pictures.
Yeah.
You kept everything. You've got stuff, these are obviously stuff from early days of shooting, right?
These are the tiny fraction of the pictures I made. If the pictures that are only in my mind, I would give anything to have those pictures again. But yes, these are the few rolls of negatives that didn't get lost along the way.
And you have a filing system, an organized
Yes, I do.
library?
Yes, I do. All right, I admit to it. Yeah, sure. These pictures are in a folder that I think are called scans of negatives. Roll 160344 or whatever was the number from the lab that developed the film. But I can remember where it is and get back to it.
That's good. That's good. And so this is, what do you call this? Is this documentary photography? Or it wasn't that formal, right?
Not at all.
It was
not at all. These are pictures of my friends when I was a hog farmer.
Okay. And what was that life? How were you there? Were you the only guy with a camera?
No, I was the only guy who was there on that bus with a camera.
Okay.
And so a lot of these pictures, well, these are Chicago pictures now.
Yeah, it's all kind of mixed up. Sorry.
Right. But the pictures that are around that bus are pictures from when I was living on a bus called the Fast Bus. And the Fast Bus was a reaction bus to all the painted buses, to Roadhog and Further and all those very first buses. Wavy Gravy, who was then, I think he was still Hugh at that point, decided he wanted a bus that was camouflaged, that could go anywhere in the country and not be stopped every 40 miles by police saying, "What are you doing here?" And so we bought that Greyhound, and inside it is the most beautifully collaged and formed, it was just the most wonderful place to live. And on the outside, it was a Greyhound bus. And we were able to cruise across the country in, 3 days or whatever, about 14 of us. And I was crew on that bus. And it was my first moment on the hog farm, how that happened. There was 100 people that wanted on that bus. And Wavy said, "You." So I got on that bus.